welcome all of you to the Copenhagen Democracy Summit, to sunny Copenhagen. I can assure you that though we are globally focused, the heat from the Sahara Desert will not reach Copenhagen, but we profit from parts of it. So I think also tomorrow we will have very nice weather at this very, very nice venue. So welcome all of you also to this reception. And as mentioned by Jonas, 2019 marks the 30-year anniversary of 1989. It was a year of momentous change. The Berlin Wall crumbled under the weight of the citizens' urge for freedom and democracy. The Iron Curtain fell. Eastern Europe could be reconnected with Western Europe. I was proud to lead that process for the European Union in 2002, which made us into one Europe. We accepted 10 new countries as members in NATO. I worked tirelessly for the open door policy and a country's free right to choose. Looking back to 1989, we shared a strong feeling of optimism. It was the end of history, so to speak, culminating in democracy and capitalism. Recent years and events have, in Robert Kagan's words, spurred back realism and rather given us the return of history and the end of dreams, as he put it. Still, I remain I would call it an idealistic realist. Looking back to 1989, there were other defining events which foreshadowed where we are today. In March 1989, Tim Berners-Lee made a first successful communication between a computer server and a client. And it was the birth of the World Wide Web and the Internet. At first, we thought the Internet would only have liberating effects. Russian election interference, circulation of disinformation, deepfakes, and cyber attacks have demonstrated that it is not only benign information flows. Famously, in the year 2000, President Clinton compared Chinese effort to control the Internet with trying to hammer a yellow to a wall with a nail. He meant it can't be done. But China could. It is now firmly shielding the Chinese people behind its great firewall, and even exporting its standards of internet censorship abroad. And in China, on the 4th of June, 1989, it marked another defining moment. It were the days of the shoot-down of students and bystanders by the Chinese People's Liberation Army inside the heart of their own capital. It became a short-lived period that the statue named the Goddess of Democracy, symbol of the students' aspirations, stood on Tiananmen. And that event now stands as a 30-year reminder that the Communist Party will do whatever it takes to stay in power in China. Unfortunately, increasingly, China and Russia have taken a strong turn towards authoritarianism. And they also show an increasing capability to interfere in democracies, from elections to strategic investments. That is why we at this summit need to renew our commitment to freedom and democracy, and to a stronger alliance of democracies. The findings of this year's Democracy Perception Index, done by our partner Dahlia Research, shows that people around the globe want more democracy. More democracy, and we should help them make that possible. Promoting and protecting democracy has been the essence of today's events. I sound a special welcome to some of our invited democracy activists from Albania, Botswana, Egypt, Indonesia, Jordan, Lebanon, Myanmar, Nigeria, Syria, Taiwan, and Tunisia. And let me stress, democracy is more than regular elections. Democracy also needs rule of law, a free press, and a vibrant civil society. And all of you are part of strengthening these fundamentals in our societies. From Iraq, we host a small group of democratic entrepreneurs. I salute all your efforts and thank you for your contributions at the front lines of the struggle for democracy. This has only been possible with the strong support of our democracy partner organizations: International Republican Institute, the National Democratic Institute, European Endowment for Democracy, the Bush Center, as well as Iraq Haven. You are great partners. We thank you. And I will now pass on the speaking baton to Dan Twining, President of the International Republican Institute, who used to work for the late Senator McCain, one of the tireless US champions of freedom and democracy. Thank you.